It's not New Orleans, guys, but this is, the best that we're going to do. And I'm so thankful to be able to still present. Hi to everyone who is joining. Thank you for supporting and for watching and for being in the industry. So my name is Jonathan Pogash. I am also known as the Cocktail Guru. I also am the founder and owner of the Cocktail Guru. We're a beverage consulting firm that handles bars and restaurant consulting, brand work, corporate team building. And guys, I mean, everything's been thrown up in the air, right? Oh, just by the way, before we get started, I'm kind of decked out a little bit like I'm in New Orleans. You may have seen. I've got my shirt. I've got my hat, which is actually from, right, Meyer the Hatter. Who knows Meyer the Hatter? Who's been there? Oh, gosh. I mean, I definitely miss New Orleans, and I hope to be back in 2021, although it will probably look different in 2021. But I digress. I'd love to know where you're all watching from and what you're drinking possibly. Are you drinking something? Please let me know. That would be awesome. Wow, you've got a lot of people typing. That's awesome. And I'll monitor the chat so I'll be able to see what you guys are saying and where you're from and what you're drinking. I'm actually here today to make some low ABV cocktails. So we'll get to these low ABV cocktails using Marie Brizard. Yes. I mean, how could you not be a fan of Marie Brizard? I mean, seriously, everybody. There we go. Oh, good. Daniel, you're in Fayetteville. You're drinking coffee. Good. Keeping those eyes open. This is awesome. Karen is also drinking coffee in Mexico City. Are you drinking anything in your coffee, guys? Emil, oh, dude, you're awesome. That is great. Emil is calling. Watching from Chicago, from Chi-Town, Baton Rouge, drinking water. Jane is drinking water. Hey, hydrate. 100% hydrate. Hi, Irene from New Orleans. Chandler, I thought you were drinking a Texas coffee, which I thought was a cocktail, but you are in Texas drinking coffee. Is Texas coffee a cocktail? Maybe it is. And Jesse, hi, thank you. Jesse says, calling. I keep saying calling, watching from New Jersey, saying that I'm looking sharp. Hey, a tip in my hat to you, young lady. I know. And Joshua says he misses New Orleans. Thank you for hosting us. This is great. You guys are amazing. Trinidad and Tobago, Stephen, having a Negroni. Buenos Aires, Martin, Lester's in Dublin. This is great. I'm going to go into actually making cocktails and talking about ingredients with you guys. So we've all been, the industry has been thrown up in the air, right? And before pre-pandemic, we're always talking about trends, right? What's the next trend? What are things that are trending? And back then it was low ABV cocktails. Is it still low ABV cocktails? Are there still trends today? I mean, who knows? A lot is up in the air. Trends that were happening pre-pandemic or may not be happening post-pandemic. We don't really know until it happens. So you'll probably notice fewer articles these days about trends and what's next and what's new for 2021, right? Because we don't really know. From Chris is from Congo. This is awesome. And Jose from Mexico. Lester loves the shirt. I appreciate it. I like wearing colorful shirts. So, hey, Michael from South Carolina. You just finished a Negroni. This is awesome. Love it. I love a good Negroni. Delicious, delicious cocktail. So what have we all been doing? For those of you who are bartenders, are you back to work? Are you planning on going back to work? What's the situation like? I was on the road 75% of the time pre-pandemic, and now I am home with the family. We have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. My son is Benjamin. He's 9, and my daughter Juniper is 7. Juniper, can I get a collective aw? I can't hear you guys, but I'm assuming you're all going aw because Juniper is such an adorably cute name. Hi, Lisa from Yukon. And Lester, you're back. You were back for a while, but Dublin is in a second lockdown for 3 weeks. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Rebecca. I see your awe. I appreciate that. I am not on the road, obviously, 75% of the time like I was before, but I am busier than I have ever been, and it's kind of weird, and I never thought that this would happen, but we are doing corporate virtual happy hours, multiple corporate happy hours virtually a day. And that is what has been keeping the cocktail guru afloat. And it's insane. We had 18 of them last week, and that's kind of the average these days. And now we're getting into the holidays and holiday planning and conference season. We were doing them in person before, but now obviously it's virtual. And frankly, I kind of like it. I don't really want these virtual events to go away. I definitely want to be able to do as much as I can in person when we're all able to do that. And Steven says he's still out of work and hoping to go back when there's a vaccine, and that makes perfect sense, and I 100% agree, right? Cross our fingers. So if we're talking about this sort of low alcohol, low ABV trend, if we were in New Orleans, I would actually be at a bar making these Marie Brizard spritzes for you. But this is the next best thing, and I'm able to talk to you, and we're able to converse, and I love this. This is great. If anyone has any questions, please go on and write them in the chat. And yeah, I am actually here at a real bar. I am inside a bar that is not open, that is unable to open in Massachusetts. That's where I live. And I do a lot of these videos and a lot of, I do my work here virtually from this backdrop. So low alcohol, obviously, what are some what are some reasons why we're drinking low alcohol cocktails? Well, a couple of things. Number one, they're light and they're usually refreshing and effervescent and pair really nicely with food, right? And number two, we can drink more of them without getting too tanked, right? The ABV for, low alcohol products is generally, 17, 20, maybe 25% alcohol by volume or 50 proof, right? Well, that's what I love about these drinks. Also, they are easy, right? Easy and quick to make. When you're working, functionality behind the bar is key and very important, and we want to be able to churn out these drinks extremely quickly. Yes, Diego, he's like, excuse me, when does it start? I see the sarcasm. I hear the sarcasm. I'm reading the sarcasm. But we're going to make some cocktails, and we'll do it, yes. And Pamela says they can be lower calorie. That is true, yeah, maybe. The low ABV cocktails can be lower calorie if you're using those types of ingredients. If you're just doing a liqueur with soda water, yes, 100%. So I'd love to start off so that I also have a cocktail in my hand with making a yuzu spritz. So Marie Brizard has a delicious, if you don't know already, a delicious line of all-natural fruit liqueurs. And they have, and also herbal liqueurs and floral liqueurs. They've got an elderflower, a yuzu, a pear Williams. I actually have the elderflower, yuzu, and pear Williams here for me today, but I'm going to make 2 spritzes. Maybe if we have time, 3 spritzes, but that is aggressive. So Marie Brizard specifically, it's been in existence since 1755, and it started with the anisette recipe, which is traditionally French. And now with 260 plus years, Marie Brizard really remains at the forefront of the liqueur category. Premier ingredients, premier natural line of liqueurs. The yuzu specifically is a citrus fruit. Yuzu is a citrus fruit. And I'd like to go ahead and show you this right now. And we're going to do a little virtual tasting. There are you? It's backwards. Sorry about that. That's just how it goes. This is yuzu, right? Yuzu is a citrus fruit. It's a type of lime. I'm going to just add a little bit to my glass here. And we're going to go through some tasting notes before we make this little spritz. So first of all, color-wise, it is clear, right? Obviously, clear and colorless. Now, we'll give it a little bit of a swirl. And we'll smell it. And it has this really nice, crisp citrusy. Only backward for you. Okay. So, yes, some like fresh citrus zest in there and the juice, a little bit of spice. Let's give it a little taste. I love that touch of bitterness at the end. It makes the liqueur very, very balanced. Some fresh citrus notes, the zest and the juice as well. It's really nice. And let's go ahead and make a spritz with that, shall we? Yes, please. So Marie Brizard actually has a really neat flavor wheel that includes some of their liqueurs and a fever tree mixer with it, right? So for instance, just as an example, I've got the wheel right here in front of me. Just as an example, the yuzu, you've got, for instance, some of these mixers, right? You've got club soda, obviously works super well. You've got the light Indian tonic from Fever Tree, the Mediterranean tonic, the ginger ale, the aromatic tonic as well. And I am going to actually go off script and add in one of my favorite mixers. It's the elderflower tonic. Okay, so we're going to throw in a little elderflower element into this. So I'm going to, first of all, add my Marie Brizard Yuzu. So I'm taking 2 ounces of, let's see. Oh, this is, I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm just grabbing my jigger. So I'm going to add 2 ounces directly to my glass, just like that. Okay. And yes, it is a functioning bar, which I love. This is great. I love that it is. It's amazing. And I'm going to add ice right now. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. And I'll take my elderflower tonic. You can also use just the regular tonic. Works really well too. And Marie Brizard makes an elderflower liqueur. You could do equal parts yuzu, Marie Brizard elderflower, and tonic water. Oh, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I'm just going to top that off. Ladies and gentlemen, a spritz is as easy as that. You could add a splash of sparkling wine if you wanted to, like a Prosecco or a French sparkling or a California sparkling. And for me, this is enough. I'll give it a little bit of a stir just like that. Just a little taste. Good. I mean, I'll taste it once it's completely done, garnish and everything, right? Because, so I love, obviously, garnishing drinks. Yes, Pamela says Fever Tree for the win, FTW for the win. She didn't write FTW. I'm just saying FTW. Steven says perfect for New Orleans in July. You are absolutely right. How hot is it right now in New Orleans? I'm not sure. I'm in Massachusetts and it's cooling off, really. We go in the Northeast, we go from summer to winter like overnight, right? And then we have in between what we call false fall, which is where you think it's fall, like early September, but then it gets hot again afterwards and then it gets cold again. So let's go ahead and, I've got my garnish. So these are some of the last remaining garnishes that are in my home garden. I have some edible flowers, right? Marigolds. I have some nasturtiums. So what I'm going to do is add a nasturtium flower to this cocktail just like that. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Friends, I'm going to take a little snapshot of this. There we go. Love it. Beautiful. I'm going to give it a little bit of a taste right now, okay? Oh, it's so good. And the tonic plays really well, behaves really well with the yuzu. They really balance each other out, but you get that fresh citrus and touch of floral. I really like this. This is great. Delicious, everybody. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. Actually, I might end up finishing this. I should probably take a picture of it before I end up finishing it, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Beautiful. Should I? If you were all live in person, I would take a selfie, and I don't think taking a selfie does any justice right now. It's really not the same. But let's go ahead and put that aside. Okay, friends. I would love to know, for those of you who have just joined, some of you may have already said, what are you drinking right now? Or what do you plan on drinking later in the evening? And where are you watching from? I am in Massachusetts. I am in a bar in a city in Massachusetts. Sorry to be elusive. Emil is having a Marie Zest. Chandler's drinking a Spanish beer. Looks like Franco is conducting some business, which is great. This is awesome. I love how this is network. It kind of feels like actual tales where everyone's like, hey, here's my product. What's happening? I love it. Try this, try that. And I love it. And I love supporting everybody. 100%. You guys are awesome. Tammy is in Ann Arbor, Michigan. She's not drinking anything yet. What should she make? Well, what do you have at home? What do you have at home? How about something light and refreshing? Do you have something bubbly? Do you have a low ABV liqueur? How about a spritz? Huh? There you go. Pamela's got some cold brew going in the fridge and some white tea by Mudan, white tea. She's going to put some guava leaf ice cubes in it from San Francisco. Look at that. That is amazing. Jesse has a really good question. Is there such thing as a red wine spritz? And what Marie Brizard might pair well with that? Yes, there is. Sure, absolutely. There are no wrong answers when it comes to spritzes. You can make a spritz. You can make anything out of a spritz. So what I might do is take the elderflower or the pear to make it nice and seasonal. So the pear with the Pear Williams Marie Brizard, let's say 2 ounces of Pear Williams Marie Brizard, and then add some red wine, about 3 ounces, and then maybe a top off of some club soda or sparkling wine. That actually sounds really delicious. Great for the season. That is perfect. Perfect. Also, hey, if you wanted to up the ABV on some of these cocktails, by all means. And what I might do is take some vodka, right? Add a little bit of vodka. I've got some Van Gogh vodka. So add some of that, or maybe some gin, right? Or rum or mezcal, any of these base spirits with some Marie Brizard. I would use Marie Brizard as the base, actually, and then use the spirit as the modifier. So if I were to do 2 ounces of Marie Brizard, I might do 1 ounce of vodka or 1 ounce of mezcal. Actually, mezcal would work really nice with this. Good. Oh, Jesse's going to try it. Perfect. Love that. Emil says, absolutely. Low ABV French Mule, 100%. Vodka, anisette, ginger beer. Oh, I love that. The Marie Brizard anisette is really, really delicious. Oh, Jessie has a lot of red wine on hand at her house. I know that. I know Jessie. I know that about her. Okay, so let's make a second spritz cocktail. This is great. This is fun. Okay, I'm going to use the watermelon. Oh, this is great. Kind of a summer, spring favorite, and we are moving into fall, but all year round. 100% all year round. I love drinking the Marie Brizard watermelon. So I'm going to give it a taste, and we'll kind of go through. Look at that. I love the color. It is kind of this light pink rosé color. Beautiful. Well, I'll swirl it around, and I'll give it a little bit of a nose. And it smells really good. It smells so good. One of the watermelon, I have to say, is really one of my favorites. So if I give that a nose, you get the fresh watermelon, and what it actually is an actual blend of watermelons and other seasonal types of melons, which is amazing, right? Natural, love that. Okay, let's give it a little. You've got that nice fruit essence in the nose. It is fresh, touch of sweetness, almost a little nutty as well, which is really cool. Definitely reminiscent of fresh summer fruits, if I do say so myself. And it screams spritz, right? Oh, Stephen, that is a good question. What is the ABV? So they vary. So the watermelon is 17%, the yuzu is 20%, and the Pear Williams is 25% ABV. So they all range somewhere between those. The entire Marie Brizard line. Lester loves this watermelon. They use it for a watermelon gin spritz. Yes, Lester, is that in your home or at your bar? That's what I'd like to know. I'm gonna have another little sip. Delicious. This is absolutely delicious. Pamela has a question. Are the Marie Brizard line of products, are they flavored naturally or artificially? And is it distilled from fruits, spices, and botanicals? It is naturally flavored, 100% naturally flavored, and it is made from a sugar beet distillate, as many French liqueurs are. And let's go ahead and make this watermelon spritz now, okay? Shall we? Here we are. Here's my glass. I'm going to add, again, 2 ounces of my watermelon. And you'll see the mixers. This is kind of going to be a little different, okay? I've got the 2 ounces of my watermelon Marie Brizard. Here we go, folks. I really like the Fever Tree sparkling lemon. It's essentially a lemonade with a touch of bitterness, sparkling lemonade. Now I'll add ice to this. Let me move it back so you can see. There you go. Love that. And now I will add my mixer. So the Fever Tree sparkling lemon. There we go. But I'm not going to fill it up because I'm going to add another mixer, right? So spritzes oftentimes include a sparkling wine element. And I'm actually going to use this Il Spritz from Mianetto. It's actually a bitter Prosecco style beverage. And we'll just add a bit of that to that. Look at that. It's actually starting to layer a little bit, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir, in fact. There we go. That looks really nice. Again, delicious. And some fresh mint. So I love herbs, using herbs and botanicals that add aroma, right? Because garnishes in general should add not only a visual appeal, but also a wanted aroma, right? I'm not of the mindset of just adding a garnish for it to make, for the drink to look pretty, okay? So I have my mint and I'm just going to wake it up a little bit and add it right to my glass. How about a marigold flower on top? Hey, why not? Look at that. That is a watermelon spritz. Oh, that mint, that I love using mint. Again, it's I'm not sure how much longer I'll have mint. Hopefully for a little bit longer. This is delicious. This is lovely. I love this. Oh, yes. Actually, Pamela says chocolate mint would be a nice counterpart. You're absolutely right, actually. Yeah, watermelon and chocolate mint. I need to grow chocolate mint next year in my garden. That is absolutely something that I need to do. 100%. Stephen asked a cool question. What is the most complicated, delicious, favorite cocktail that you make with these ABV liqueurs? I mean, I've made so many, hundreds of different cocktails with these liqueurs, with Marie Brizard liqueurs. And I love to, I personally love to keep it simple and effective, cost effective, because I'm thinking as in a bar perspective too, cost effective cocktails and drinks that are easy to produce. So these spritzes are perfect, but if I wanted to take it kind of a step up, a little mixology, add a little mixology to the mix. For the watermelon, for instance, I might do 2 ounces watermelon, 1 ounce gin, 3/4 lemon, egg white, and make a watermelon fizz style cocktail. What's actually good? Talk about classic New Orleans cocktails. So a Ramos gin fizz. Yes, anyone? Ramos gin fizz with any Marie Brizard, just throw it in there as an added element. Okay. Even the pear, maybe not, but watermelon, elderflower, yuzu in a Ramos gin fizz. And I'm sorry for the purists. I don't want to mess up a great drink, a Ramos gin fizz. But if you're just playing around and you're thinking complicated cocktails, there you go. 100%. Okay. I'm going to keep drinking this cocktail because you all are such a great group. If you have any questions, please feel free to put those in the chat. That would be amazing. Yes, please. Okay, good. So someone had a question. Let me try to get to all of your questions. So what is the max ABV to be considered an ABV cocktail? There isn't necessarily a max, but generally speaking, if your base spirit is, I would say 30% ABV or lower, it might be considered a low ABV cocktail. If anyone disagrees, please go right ahead. But that's generally what I would say. Anyone else have any questions in the last few minutes that we have here? I'm going to try to read everything here. There was a question, about if these are considered gluten-free. I don't personally 100% have the answer to that. So thank you for asking that question. And I will try and get the answer to that. But that is really a very good question. Warning, Megan has a warning for those trying to grow mint. It does 100% spread, and it will take over if you have it in the ground and you have it near other things. You are absolutely right. That is really interesting, Melissa. She says, regarding the complicated gin fizz, would you substitute the orange blossom water for a Marie Brizard liqueur? Yes, that would actually be great. How about the elderflower Marie Brizard? Yes, or the triple sec even. I love that. That is great. Yes, thank you. Yes, sure. I kind of briefed it a little earlier, just a little short history on the Marie Brizard company. Well, it started with a woman named Marie Brizard in 1755. She created one of the first anisette recipes that anyone developed in France, again in 1755. And just throughout history, other liqueurs started popping up, and the Marie Brizard legacy remained on. And Marie Brizard really just remained a premier international line. International advertising campaigns and various flavors came about, and various usage in classic cocktails and modern cocktails kind of allowed Marie Brizard to resurge in the last, 15 to 20 years as an ingredient in cocktails. And I remember one of my first Tales of the Cocktails, this is my 16th Tales of the Cocktail. But I think maybe around year 5 or 6, I did an event for Marie Brizard, a tasting room, and it was several of us out there, and we were making these delicious Marie Brizard cocktails. And that was really one of my first introductions to Marie Brizard, was at that tasting room, and had some really nice, really amazing mixologists, really amazing bartenders. I also have a book, ladies and gentlemen. Do they have it here at this bar? I definitely gave them a copy of my book. I don't see it here, but it is. Who's heard of the Mr. Boston Bartender's Guide? Anyone? Yes, that iconic bar book. So 9 years ago, they asked me to do the newest edition, the 75th anniversary edition, and I did it. So I am the editor of the 75th anniversary edition, Mr. Boston Bartender's Guide. And if we had the Tales of the Cocktail book signing, I would be there sitting down, signing and selling copies of the book. But you can actually also go to my website, thecocktailguru.com, and purchase a signed copy of my book. And actually, it is a rare book, in fact, because they're not making any more printed copies of Mr. Boston Bartender's Guides ever. Mine was the last one, and there are very few of them left, actually. So I think if you go on Amazon or something, you could potentially find them, but I've seen them like $100 or more. It's crazy. But that was, and we included a whole section on wine-based cocktails and lower alcohol cocktails. So we have it designated by style and also by spirit, the chapters. A lot of people are typing. Maybe some of you are typing some questions, and that would be amazing. I'm still here able to take questions. Yes, perfect. There is a cocktail list. Oh, Michael, thank you, Michael. There's a cocktail list for Marie Brizard on the website with some more suggestions. Yes, please go to mariebrizard.com and click on that link that Michael just posted there. Oh, DJ saw me at Tales of the Cocktail and bought the book and had me sign it. It was a great gift for his brother who couldn't make Tales last year. That is amazing. I love that. This is great. And for those of you who are working in bars and restaurants, thank you so much for everything that you do. And I'm hoping that we're all able to get back to work. And if you're not back to work yet, just keep going and keep educating yourselves. Reach out to me if you have any questions about anything. I'm happy to help as best I can. I actually have some mentor hours. So Tales of the Cocktail is doing these mentor hours with various people in the industry. So Wednesday from 3 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can sign up on this little website link to have mentor hours with me. And you can ask me about the business, whatever. and I'll accept your ask for a mentor hour. So, Stephen, thank you. He said this was great. You guys are great. Don't forget to visit the mariebrizard.com website for more information on the history and various cocktail ideas. Thank you so much, Tales of the Cocktail. You guys are amazing. Thank you for doing this virtually. I really do hope that we're able to see each other in person next year in 2021. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for the questions, and please be safe and wear a mask. Thank you, guys. Cheers. Thank you.